Good evening, team. Today I'm going to be talking you through exactly how I test a new strategy. I'm going to go back in the charts as far as I can with my new strategy, with my new rules. I'm going to talk you through how I'm taking trades, show you how I'm trading them live. I've been working really hard on my trading lately, as you know, I think everybody deserves an opportunity to master this skill. Forex is a really difficult industry, and I only got to where I am today by spending a lot of money on courses and mentors and things like that. So my mission here is to try and teach as many people as I can how to trade for free. I don't charge anything for my mentorship. I've got a Discord group that's completely free. All of my education is completely free, and if you reach out to me on Instagram, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions and I'll help in any way that I can. All I ever ask in return is that as a thank you, you like and comment on my content and share it with as many people as possible. But yeah, what I'm really here to do is to help as many of you try and break that profitability cycle, make sure that you're consistently making profits in the marketplace and staying on the right side. So today what I'm going to talk you through, 5 trades. I'm going to plan them out how I would plan them out on a normal day-by-day basis. I need to use the 1 minute chart, and sadly TradingView only lets me go back to the 28th of August. So we're going to look at GU today. From the 28th of August, we're going to play the market forward until we've reached 5 trades, and let's just see where we end up. So the first thing we're going to be doing is drawing in our recent daily highs and recent daily lows. So we mark them on. So we've got a daily level there. Okay, let me zoom into this so you can see it a little bit better. We've got a daily level here. Let's mark that up daily. And then let's mark up any kind of significant areas that we might want to be looking at. So the previous day's high is definitely worth having a look at. So let's mark that on. Okay. Let's also have a look at the weekly as well, because the weekly can give us some really key areas to trade from. So that daily level there is also a weekly level. So we're going to mark that up as a weekly, and as weekly, we'll save that as weekly. Let's get that saved. Okay. And then let's do the same up here. So those are our weekly and recent daily levels. Okay, these are the key areas on the higher time frame that we're looking for manipulation of. The other thing we can mark on when we go down to the 4-hour time frame is any kind of major swing points as well that we might be wanting to look at, any significant points. So that one's just been swept. We've got one here, as you can see, so let's mark that on as a 4-hour swing point. That's definitely worth paying attention to. And then we've got a few more underneath, and we've got one, I think, above there as well. So let's mark those on as well. Okay, and that I think is enough for the time being. The other thing we probably need to mark on as well is we need to mark on the previous day's low that was swept, as you can see here. So that's a dead daily, that's why it's marked in red. So we can see we've got this big push down. We also here had this major level which is also dead. So that's a major, let's just get rid of that one. Put that one here because that's lined up really nicely. So that is both a major, let's just mark it on as a major, dead major. Okay, that's a major swing point that's been swept. So from here, what we're ultimately looking for is we're expecting now bullish price action. If you look at the overall market structure, we are quite bullish, as you can see. We've swept a major level into an area of demand as well. So ultimately, we're going to be looking at bullish plays ideally. We might get some bearish plays down, but let's see what we do. Let's see how we get. So if we sweep Asia, we've got Asia here, as we can see. If we sweep Asia and get a setup, then I'll be looking for something to go short on, obviously. Equally here, if we sweep Asia's low, then I'll be looking for something to go long on. Those are our two closest liquidity points that we could be looking at. So let's see what happens in the morning session. Okay, so that's Asia swept. I'm going to drop down to the lower time frame now, see if we can get a setup on this. Okay, good push up. Let's see. Are we taking out anything there to the left? What have we got in here? We've got an imbalance in there, haven't we? Let's mark that on. Got an imbalance in there. So, imbalance in there. Let's see if we get a setup. Okay, so this is interesting. that imbalance. Looks like it might be coming short. If we now get a manipulation of that high there, perfect. Okay, so that's my signal to get in. So look at that, we've got a manipulation, so push down, push up, push down, manipulation, engulfing candle. That's perfect for me, so I'm getting into that all day long. Okay, so 7 pips stop. We go break even around here, and then we hold out to the lows. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's just jump up the time frame. Hopefully we don't get stopped out on our first trade of the day. Okay, brilliant. So look, perfect trading, and do you know what? Look, we tagged that absolutely perfectly, didn't we? Tagged that imbalance, started breaking down. We cleared out the Asia highs, we cleared out the Frankfurt highs, we started making structure, and then we had a manipulation set up around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it looks like we're going to hit our target. So this is one trade in. Hold that down. Let's see if we get it. Please don't go break even. That'd be annoying, wouldn't it? And looks like it's going to happen. Boom. Okay, perfect. For the purpose of this live testing exercise, should I say, I'm going to be just taking out my profits exactly as they appear at their first target. Okay, so trade 1, we've got 3.78R. Okay, we're up 3.5, nearly 4 for the day. Pretty happy with that. Now we have swept this Asia low, okay, we're going to be looking at reasons, possible reasons to go long. So let's see what we've got here. We've got this area here, which we can mark out. Okay, that's a nice area there. We've got another area here, which we can mark out. Okay, and you know what would be quite nice? This is a supply and demand zone. And if we use this liquidity to fuel the buy moves, that would be, you know, really interesting. We are bullish in our bias because of this major area that's been taken. I can see that price is still making its way down, but I don't ultimately expect it to hold because, you know, we've taken out that major level, and buys are what we, you know, we are starting to make some bullish short structure here as well. So let's just see what price gives us. Okay, looks like on the lower time frame we are making some sort of bullish structure. Let's see if we can get a manipulation of some kind. Let's tag that. Come on. Right, okay, so we've tagged that. All we need now is some bullish structure. So we've got our zone tagged. Look, let's see if we get our setup. Okay, so manipulation. Okay, now I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to take this trade like this. Okay, again, as if I was trading it live. Where am I going to be headed for? Well, my first targets ultimately are going to be somewhere around this new liquidity level. So this liquidity level tagged the imbalance, so that's significant for me. We are approaching external structure ultimately, but let's just see what we get. What time is it now? So it's coming into about 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this might be a little bit apprehensive, but that's our liquidity area here. Let's see what we can get on this one here. And oh, just about in the trade still. And what did it do? Price has taken out that liquidity level. So these haven't been used as, well, kind of been used as supply demand zones. They've really been used as liquidity. We've got some really good wick rejection here now. Okay, now this for me would signal me into a second trade, so I'm going to hold this like this. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can get a second entry here. Okay, because that's now we've got some slightly higher time frame structure to rely on as well. Okay, let's push up. Let's push up. Let's see if we can get our target. Let's see what we get. So now we're into the New York session here. Let's see what we get to. Aiming for that liquidity area. I'm going to go stop below here. Now we've got that spike down, so if we invalidate that low, I'm not interested in it anymore, so I'm going to stop below there. I don't always go to break even. Often what I'll do is I'll set my stops based upon structure themselves, so that would be a structural point there. and we're going into, and boom. Okay, so we got it there. So what did we get off that? We got 4.9 off that one, and we got 4.42 off that one. So we've got 2 more trades, so 2 and 3. Okay, so we got, what was it, 4.9, 4.42, 4.9R, and we got 4.42R. Okay, we're up to now pretty handsome. Let's have a quick look. What have we got? Get a calculator up. Okay, so 3.78, 4.9, 4.42, 13.1. Not a bad 24 hours. Okay, it's 13% on anyone trading, with a 1% per trade. Now we've reached a new day. We need to mark on the new day's highs and lows. So let's just zoom into here. Okay, so Asia's been swept. Asia's been swept. Major's dead, we know that. Liquidity's been taken. Liquidity's been taken. We've now got a new daily low there. Let's mark that on. And we've got a new, and that's obviously gone as well. That imbalance has gone as well. Okay, let's drop down to the 4 hour. Okay, in the 4 hour, nothing really of significance there. Okay, let's get back into the morning session. Okay, now what's quite interesting here is this is our big news move. This is an area where we can often see manipulation. Am I too interested in getting involved in this? It really depends. It really depends on what we can see, really. So from a daily standpoint, we've cleaned out our daily high, and our daily low there has been swept as well by the looks of it. Let's go back down to the hourly. Yeah, so that was just tagged the day before. So that daily low has been gone. The daily high is still definitely valid. On our 5-minute time frame, we have had a big push up. We're probably going to be expecting some sort of push down. So let's have a quick look. What do we get? Okay, so Frankfurt. Let's see if Frankfurt can sweep Asia. So we've got Asia high there. And we've got Asia low here. Okay, let's mark those on. Okay, we've had a good rejection from that Asia level. Was it swept? Yeah, it was just swept, as you can see it there. Okay, we've got a bit of manipulation going on as well, so I'm going to happy to take that trade. This may get swept a little bit higher, but we've had a good push up, and we're just going to be holding down to that 2.7. Let's see if we get it. Okay, coming into our morning session, another manipulation setup, and we've got a stop on that one. Okay, that's okay. Okay, trade 4, stop, -1, so a total now to 12.1. Okay, now we have cleared out that. I would definitely be looking now for some sort of setup. So we've got here our kind of push down, push up. If we can get a manipulation of that and then engulf him, I'm going to get back into that for sure. Let's see if we can get into that one like that. Okay, stop above the high. Let's see if we can again clear out. It's a break even at that point, and then if we can clear that low, then we're all good to go. Okay, great. And this is the reason why this strategy is so versatile. Ultimately, is that you can take a loss on one of these trades, but if you get into a trade like this, where ultimately you're going to take hopefully 5R out of it, then you can take a loss here or there, as long as you're playing these key areas like we discussed, the Asia high, the daily high, the major swing points. These areas, they're highly likely for manipulation. Sometimes you do get this. You get the initial kind of push down, then the push back up, and then the real move here, which is 8:30 in the morning. That's when I like to start trading anyway. But as you can see, we quite comfortably take out. So now I'm at break even now at this point anyway, and this will be our final trade of the session. Let's just hold. Are we going to go break even, or are we going to actually take the profit? Nearly there. Come on. Speed it up a little bit. See what happens. And there we go, we took out the profit. So ultimately now in our trading session, we've got another, so trade 5, okay, is a total of 5.16, okay, 5.16R, go back to our calculator, plus 5.16 and then minus our loss. So we got a total of 17.26 just in this trading session. These zones that we look for, you know, it's not rocket science. Ultimately, we're using the liquidity as our biases. So we knew that price was probably going to go bullish simply because of the major level here, this red level, which I think it was on the hourly time frame, which we can see was clearly swept. So we're expecting bullish price action, but as you can see, you know, we caught prices up and down. We caught our bullish action after the Asia area was swept, and then, you know, when we got back into these higher premium areas, we're looking for bearish as well. And you know, if we played on a little bit more, we're probably going to go bullish again by the looks of it. Let's have a quick look at what happens. Okay, so now we've taken out a daily level. Well, a little bit late to that one, as you can see, but look at that. Beautiful trade. Took out that daily level. Look at the reaction. Look how it held price. Manipulation setup would have been here. Engulfing would have been there. Stop below the low. And we could have taken that back up to, you know, our last major point, which was here. That was a significant area because that's the one that stopped us out. Sorry, stopped us out, and also created our sell. So we can hold that like that. Okay, this is kind of cheating this one, but I'm probably going to get the target. Oh, surely not. Surely not break even after a move like that. Let's go up to a time frame. That'd be a really mean break even, that, wouldn't it? And then come on. We're so close. There we go. Okay, and that would have been another 5.8. Now, I'm not going to include that in our winnings because that was technically a cheat trade. When I do these live sessions, we're looking to take them as, you know, as honestly as possible. You know, if you play the bars too far forward, then, you know, ultimately you've missed the trade. So, you know, when you are doing these sessions like this, just make sure that you're trading them as you would in a live market, as in if you miss it, you miss it. And this will help keep you on your toes a little bit more. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this content and you learned something here today, please pop me a like. I'd like to hear about your stories with backtesting, how you've been using the backtesting, the replay function. Do you use anything else to backtest? How do you test when you have a new strategy? It'd be great to hear from you guys. Also, feel free to head over to the Instagram at StrongMoneyForex. As I said, I offer a free mentorship that you can all join. Pop over there, pop me a DM, and hopefully catch you all soon.